You ever had a face-to-face with Suge?
Yeah, I had many face-to-face. I saw him in jail and the whole nine. Visited him, all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
But when you saw him in jail, was after that incident?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
So you guys reconciled in a sense?
No, there's no reconcile.
Okay.
Okay, just so you're clear, there was no apologies for what I did. Like, I used to say to my artists, the same answer I'm giving you right now is the same answer when you fling me out the window and I'm about to hit the concrete. I'm giving you the same fucking answer. The only difference is you're going to jail.
Right.
So you threatening me and scaring me, and I'm giving you the same answer. Okay? So once you take the fear out, once they realize there's no change, what? He must be crazy. How you know, he's not going to change. Once they realize there's no change, then it's a different relationship.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like that creates the respect.
Creates respect, but I think it's respect because I have a point of view. There was nothing wrong with me signing Warren G. He had all the opportunity to. He neglected it, the whole nine. I didn't do anything disrespectful or, you know, wrong. I just signed an artist, gave him an opportunity, and that's it. Kept it moving.
Now, how hard was it for you, right? Def Jam was everything. I remember, you know, it was your everything. But you get this offer from Atlantic, right? And Atlantic is, I don't know how this Atlantic deal was structured, but I know that at first it was just you who went, and then those who could get. But how hard was that to hold that in?
That Atlantic stuff happened 6 years later. It was really when I sold Def Jam.
Okay.
I was 38 years old.
Okay.
And part of the deal was you either work for them or you go for 5 years on what they call garden leave, where you cannot go back in the industry that you love. I'm 38 years old. I didn't work for the paper. I worked for the journey. I was on the journey. And that would have been a death sentence for me to get this money.
From Def Jam, from selling it? But not be able to work.
But not being able to work unless I worked for them.
Oh.
And that's why I created the Island Def Jam Music Group.
Okay.
Okay? Now, what happened... why I left the Island Def Jam Music Group for the Warner Music Group is Edgar Brofman that owned Universal. They bought Polygram.
Okay.
They bought a lot of things.
$11.9 billion.
Okay.
And Island Def Jam was part of that group.
Right.
Okay? And he went off to buy Warner Music Group from AOL Time Warner.
Wow.
And because he saw my work at Island Def Jam, he asked me to come along and own a piece of this new company. And it was an opportunity for me.
And we talking about the Warner?
Warner Music Group. I was hired as the chief creative officer.
Right.
But the real reason is going to be the first time I've ever said it. Is Universal did something really, really bad to me. Now, things were going really great for me. Ja Rule was exploding, Jay-Z was exploding, DMX was exploding. You know, it was all incredible.
Right.
And I broke the Killers. I transformed myself from the rap guy to all of a sudden to other types of music, the entrepreneurialism of rap music. I introduced to the rest of suddenly we went from the last place to the #1 record company in the country, and I was good money. But I got harpooned because two of Ja Rule's original members went to jail.
Oh yeah, because you saw in Cash Money Click, right?
And then they came back. And they were on TVT Records. And so
Blunt, what's
when
his name? Steve Blunt? What's his name?
Steve Gottlieb.
Gottlieb. Oh no.
So this is a
record label was
really,
Blunt.
really tough story
Yeah,
for me.
TVT. Yeah.
Okay. So these two guys come back from jail and say to Ja Rule, yo, let's do a Cash Money. And in the vault of TVT was a Cash Money album.
Yeah.
And so Irv and Ja really didn't want to do that. Their career is going like crazy, boom, 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 boom. So they made me tell Steve Gottlieb that I'm not actually going to do this. Now, all of a sudden I get a lawsuit, personal lawsuit, that I led him on to believe that Ja Rule can do Cash Money, and accused me of fraud. So I said, get the fuck out of here. I didn't do anything wrong. I have Ja Rule who's multi-platinum, and you're trying to rekindle Cash Money. It doesn't make any sense. No. The courts didn't believe me.
Oh.
And I lost $135 million judgment. Okay? $135 million judgment. Now think about it. So I was indemnified by Universal. I'm an employee at this point of Universal. Like, can you imagine if I gave Ja Rule, go ahead to another independent company, multi-platinum Ja Rule, go ahead and do this Cash Money side project? I'll be fired.
Right.
So I thought I did the right thing for the company, for the artist, everything. So I went, now I'm embarrassed. Imagine, they called me a fraudster. I'm in the paper, the whole nine. Lost $135 million. Now, in order to get a retrial, you have to post a bond for $60 million.
Jeez.
So I went to Universal and said, you know, you're on the hook for $135 million. Let's post a bond and get a retrial because this went off the rails.
Right.
And they balked. The people I gave my company to, the blood, sweat, and tears that I gave that company, they balked on the $60 million bond that will allow them to retry the case that they were on the hook for $135 million. At that moment, I realized these people got me out here like crazy. Now, put up the 60 milli, went to retrial, threw the case out. Finally, they said, this is absolutely crazy. Steve Gottlieb already spent tens and tens of millions of those dollars, and court got thrown out, completely reversed. I was clear. Universal saved $135 million, but I could never forgive them.
Right.
And that's why I left my company. In fact, I actually turned down Edgar. And on January 6th, right after